Hello guys and welcome to the channel. I am Marv and this is Readings by Marvelous Madame TAURUS. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of October 15th through the 22nd for the beautiful sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. This is what I am calling my transition week of sorts. Couple of things that's going on this week. Juno entered Virgo. Mercury is entering Scorpio. Mars is already followed, and that took place last week or the week of the 11th. Okay. The big ticket item that happened last week was that our eclipse. This week, our big ticket item, in addition to all of the other things we have going on, is this Mercury Cazimi square Pluto. And for Gemini suns and risings, the Cazimi is in your 5th house and it's going to square Pluto in the 8th. So we have a 5th and the 8th. Your pleasure versus other people's money and other people's rivalry. Your pleasure versus other people's pleasure. Venus is still in Virgo, October 8th until November the 8th. And this week sort of acts as the midpoint between 2 weeks, between 2 eclipses, because next week on the 28th ends another one. We're going to end the same time as last week. Okay, so we have a cross. You got an extra card. All right, Gemini, we got 7 cups, 2 pentacles, and the 6 of pentacles being crossed by your pain, the 5 of cups. First and foremost, there are multiple options that are available to you at this time, and you're trying to juggle all of these options, but deep down inside, no matter how much you're balancing everything and you're flexible and you're fun and you're going out and you're doing this and you're doing that, it's very clear that your balance is being crossed by your sadness. You are doing you and doing you well. But the issue that I see here is that you're carrying a sadness. There is a sadness, a regret about something that has went on, and it's crossing your balance. So that lets me know that you're still falling, like you still fall victims to feelings that you know that you have to deal with or get rid of or deal with better. Because let's just examine 6 of Pentacles for a second. When we're looking at 6 Pentacles, we're looking at an energy of course, balance. And we're looking at that gray, I don't know whether it's a gray area or that energy between have and have not, will and won't not. We're looking at also generosity, gratitude, community support, and sharing. Okay. The imagery on that card, if you can imagine it, although you don't see it, is a wealthy man handing out 2 coins to 2 beggars who kneel at his feet. He holds out a balanced scale representing fairness and justice. Okay. Now, this particular card is talking about giving support and feeling support. But at the same time, with the 5 of cups crossing that, I feel like there is a sadness because something wasn't reciprocal and balanced. You are all about balance and fairness because it is 2 of you. One of you guys may do something and the other one may do something else. But overall, you really do value balance and you do value communication despite anything. And I feel like although you felt that you gave that reciprocal energy, I do not feel like it was given back to you because 5 cups is crossing that. Okay. Now, when we're looking at, there's a lot of pentacles here, and I feel like maybe you gave that to the wrong person. Maybe what you are feeling is that you gave your balance and reciprocity and support and generosity to the wrong individual. And maybe you're having to come to, grips with the decision that you made. When we look at that 2 of Pentacles, you are definitely in an energy right now as well in the heart place. The heart place, again, we're talking about balance, adaptation, resourcefulness, flexibility. If you can imagine the card, the man is juggling two pentacles in the air, and it looks like he's dancing. He's trying to get the balancing act going, balancing more than one area of his life. He can go on forever as long as he balances everything and keeps it all in harmony. Well, in your heart, that's what you felt like was going on. But when we talk about the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles in contrast, generosity and kindness, that wasn't given back to you. Especially when we are looking at it being crossed by a Five of Cups. You just didn't feel like you got that back. And I'm gonna get off of that because I feel like that's basically what happened. And it's interesting that it's the 6 because it probably should have been the 5. All right. In the past, we're looking at the Devil. So you were dealing with someone that had Capricorn in their chart. And you were dealing with an individual who couldn't get out of their own way. You were dealing, Gemini, with an individual who had habits. And see, the thing about the Devil is you were dealing with an individual, especially when we're leading with 7 cups. It almost feels like you did what you had to do because you had to do it. If someone isn't going to treat you a certain way, then it's just like, okay. When I'm looking at this Devil again, you're dealing with an individual who definitely was in an energy of not being reciprocal and kind of doing what they wanted. They had the best of you, but you didn't have the best of them. It feels like this person really struggled with their energy when it came down to their own energy. They got in their own way. That Devil talks very much so about the struggle, habits, jealousy, possessiveness, bad habits, and that are not conducive to the success of a relationship. That Devil is just a person basically not being able to get in their own way. It's the card of addiction, sexual desire, codependency, and attachment issues. This person could feel addicted. You could feel addicted. The Devil has a dark side. There's nothing wrong with having fun and hooking up and everything, but I believe that this person was a wolf in sheep's clothing, or they showed you one side, but this person had another side to them. This is definitely a sign of addiction and codependency. And sometimes you're being with someone just for the sake of being with someone. Either you did this just to have the relationship, or you realized that it wasn't worth it anymore and you let this go. All right. You literally took the chains off of your neck and had to let this go. Okay. And the top of the deck is showing the Chariot. And one more down, it is showing the Ace of Wands. So I'm feeling, Gemini, that you really got a hold of things. You really decided to embark. This will maybe resonate with you more if you have Cancer in your chart, because this Chariot is really speaking to me. And it could just mean that you got tired of playing the game and you had to start doing what was best for you. And I think that once you did that, it made a lot more sense. You felt better. You unshackled yourself and unattached yourself from that Devil. And now I bet you're looking through a different set of eyes, because see, the Chariot is going to give you the will to move forward. You needed clarity at one point. And the Chariot, it talks about the will to succeed, triumph and success and determination, and more importantly, action. So if you remember the card, it shows that brave warrior, standing tall in the Chariot, taking charge and moving forward. Not thinking about thinking or feeling, but just doing. So I want to let you know that this particular card really came in and is assisting you to move forward with this, come what may. I feel like you were dealing with someone that was earth. You went in feeling maybe more than they did. And I think you got a big wake up call when it was all done. And if we examine what remains, We're looking at the devil in the past and the chariot in present. So I think that you've overcome. If you look at this, you've definitely overcome whatever was once holding you in this. You had to take your power back and unveil. And I think honestly, depending on who's talking, I know the devil may be a card that is very hard to fall victim to, because it is, all of those things, that codependency and those addictions. But the chariot is the perfect card to trump this trump card and really put the batteries in your back and make you move away from things that no longer serve you. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe, Gemini. This was a very, very good reading. I really like this. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. I will see you next week when we do it again, and we're going to break down the 22nd through the 29th. Bye, guys.